This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The Hazleton Salvation Army shares great stories of how they helped people in 2017 and how you can help them continue their mission in 2018. Hi everyone, happy Hanukkah to all our Jewish friends. I'm Ken Kara. Remember to watch us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 and anywhere, anytime with the Samsung Productions app. Now let's get to our top stories from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A familiar sight this time of year is the Salvation Army Red Kettle. But what you don't see is the growing number of people who turn to the organization for help on a daily basis. Lisa Sugar reports.
I'm very pleased to welcome back to our studios Major Doris Gonzalez. She is the Corps Officer for the Salvation Army here in Hazleton, which is right up the street from our studios here at SSPTV. You are busy not only because it is Christmas time, but you are literally busy all year round. And I know one of the services that is very well depended on by many people in this community is the soup kitchen, which is busy now because it's the cold weather, but you have clientele all year round.
Yes, certainly. Need has no season. And we at the Salvation Army have our soup kitchen that runs Monday through Friday at 10:30 in the morning. And we serve a hot meal. It might sound a little bit early, but for people who haven't had breakfast and have been out in the cold, they're ready for something like that. So we're very glad that we were able to do this service, and we do this all year round.
How many people take advantage? How have the numbers changed, I guess, maybe in the last year or so?
In the last year, what we've seen is an increase, and that's a bit unfortunate. We're glad that we were able to fulfill the need, but at the same time, it's very sad to see that the numbers are going up for different circumstances. We're seeing that on a daily basis, we serve 60 people, and it can go up to 100 in certain days. So 60 is kind of our minimum right now of what we're seeing during this time of the year. So,
what are some of the stories that people tell you that they had to turn to the soup kitchen for help, and how grateful are they that you're there?
A lot of times it's unemployment, relocation. They have come from other places and they're trying to establish themselves here. A lot of times they come because also in addition to the soup kitchen, we have a bread line, and they are able to get free bread and baked goods. Just simply that they are homeless for one reason or another, and the town we're very grateful that the town has now a shelter, but even with that, they're still coming to us and for different circumstances. They're never good stories. They're always stories that are very sad. And many times it's even circumstances in which they did not play a part for bringing them upon themselves. We have a lot of illnesses and injuries at the workplace, that unemployment because of, again, just simply you got sick or just simply the employment ended. So it's certainly services not only for the homeless, but we have a lot of low-income people who also come through our doors.
And now that's one service that is very well known, that we know you do a great job with that soup kitchen, but people might not be aware that you do a lot of other services year-round as well for the entire community.
Yes, certainly. Part of what happens with us as well, we do have our food pantry, in which we also provide food for individuals and for their families. And one thing to note is that 25% of the poor that comes through our door are children. So 1 in every 4 is going to be a child, which sometimes we don't think about that because we're just seeing the adults, but there's a lot of children. So because of that, we also, during the summer months and in the spring, Easter, when kids are off from school, we do day camps. And we were able to have a day camp this year. There was more than 50 kids registered, and we make it very, very affordable, but a lot of the people cannot pay. So even if your child cannot pay to be there, we do not turn a child away. And part of the service together with the day camp was that they had lunch and a snack every day, so that way the parents did not have to worry about that. So that we ended up at our very own kitchen having 2 different servings. We had a time in which we served the people who were coming for the regular soup kitchen. We would actually clean and scrub everything, and then we would serve the children as well. Another thing was also that we had 27 children who went to residential camp, which is our campus Camp Lador in Waymart, Pennsylvania. Beautiful stories that we had of of ways in which we could help. We had actually 2 children that while they were at camp, they became homeless. And we actually had to provide them another week at camp intentionally so that the mother could kind of find an apartment and not have the children go through that. And we helped them in providing them all the things for school.
Thank you so much. We hope that you will give them a call if you need any questions answered.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, tonight's the night Santa and Sam Lassant at the same time gather the family and head to the Laurel Mall tonight at 6 p.m. Sam will be reading the kids' letters to Santa during a special recording of the Sam Lassant Show, followed by cookies and milk, courtesy of the Hazleton Standard Speaker. It's tonight at 6 p.m. at the Laurel Mall. It's time to announce another winner in our 13 Days of Christmas giveaway from SSPTV, the Laurel Mall, and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. For 13 days, one lucky winner will be drawn from many entries that were dropped off at the Laurel Mall. And now let's check out what's tonight's prize for day number 7.
On the 7th day of Christmas, SSPTV gave to me an Angela Park documentary DVD and commemorative brochure.
And our winner tonight is Carol LaRose of Calares. Congratulations, Carol. We'll be in touch. Stay tuned for more great prizes as we celebrate the 13 days of Christmas. And now some headlines on this Tuesday. Will the city of Hazleton join with other municipalities, counties, and states that are suing the makers of opioids? Hazleton City Council approved a resolution that authorizes Mayor Jeff Cassatt and the administration to investigate the possibility. Some municipalities, states, and counties are suing the prescription opioid manufacturers and wholesale distributors to recoup the costs that community leaders say are the result of the opioid problem. Some area first responders have joined forces to help one of their own. Lisa Sugar is back and she has the details.
I'm pleased to welcome to our studios today 2 local firefighters who are coordinating an effort to help out a fellow first responder. To my right is Colby Bogner. He is with the Sugarloaf Fire Department. He is also a member of the Hazleton Fire Department. And also joining him is Cassandra Mandak. She is with the Freeland Fire Department. Colby, I'm going to start with you. You are the event coordinator for this. You want to help out a fellow first responder who's going through some tough times.
That is correct, Lisa. The family, not to release any information to their privacy, has actually gone through a major devastating issue within their family, and we are trying to assist them with any type of donations or any type of clothing that they could get from anybody within the Hazleton area.
So you're looking for monetary donations and donations of clothing as well. So Cassandra, you wanted to get involved. Why was this important for you to help?
Especially that I understand that people are going through hard times right now, especially with Christmas coming up. They need help, so we're trying to help them out. The mom needs size 2X in tops, size 8 in shoes, son size 12 or youth large. Shoe size is 6.5. Daughter is a junior 0 or adult extra small. Shoe size is a 7. The daughter loves arts and crafts, makeup, body care, and she likes to make slime. Especially that's popular right now. The son loves any sports like Eagles, Steelers, Phillies, Penn State, Notre Dame, and they both like cards or board games. So anything that could help this family would definitely be appreciated.
Well, now you're collecting monetary donations and they can be sent to the Hazleton Heights Fire Company, 525 East Broad Street, Suite 4 in Hazleton. The check's made out to the Hazleton Heights Fire Company. But you also have drop-offs at local businesses. So where can they drop off either monetary contributions, gift cards you said, or the clothing that Cassandra just talked about?
Very simple. We have a total of 5 drop-off locations. One of them will actually be at Sugarloaf Township Fire Department, which is at 95 West County Road in Sugarloaf Township. We have West Hazleton Fire Department, Freeland Fire Department, Bonanza Steakhouse, and Burgers Dealership on Route 93. However, we also just included an additional drop-off point, which is St. Paul's United Methodist Church down in the Drums area. Now, also including with that, with Sugarloaf, we're also having our breakfast on the 17th that if anybody is also willing to donate towards the cause, they're able to drop it off at the fire department that day from between 8 to 12, that if they want to drop any monetary donations or any type of clothing or anything to that type of nature, they're more than glad to come down and drop it off for that time before we decide to deliver it.
All right, so local firefighters, the local community coming together to help out a family in need. If you can do something to help, whether it be monetary or other donations, you can contact Colby or drop it off at one of the locations he spoke about.
Thanks again, Lisa. Well, I hope you're hungry at home because we have another delicious segment from Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant coming up next. And in sports, we catch up with the 2017 District 2 champion Hazleton area cheerleading squad. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The last time I was really lost, I stopped walking and telephoned for help. It was 8 years ago on a summer day in the Lackawanna State Forest. I had a map and compass and was following a marked trail to meet with a group that was cutting brush and clearing paths for other hikers. Although it was a hot day, I put on my windbreaker. It was yellow that day, so I could see the ticks that started jumping on me while I waited. My rescuers, 2 men who worked for the Forest Bureau, telephoned me to get a better idea where I was, and except for the ticks, the wait was pleasant. I watched for birds and admired the sun filtering through the trees. Within an hour or two, they reached me and got me back on the trail so I could find the group and take notes for my article. They also told me that I'd walked into an area not shown on my map. Many years later, I'm still grateful for their kindness and professionalism. They didn't tease me, and I felt embarrassed enough, but I was safe. Staying put when you're energetic is tough, but that's what search and rescue experts tell you to do if you become lost. John Baborchuk, who teaches search and rescue classes at Bucks County Community College, said a person can walk about 3 miles in an hour. So if he is searching for somebody who has been lost and walking for 8 hours, Baborchuk has to tell his search team to fan out over a circle with a radius of 24 miles. This time of year, hunters get lost for 3 reasons. Baborchuk tells me they travel too far too fast, they lose their way because a storm hit and everything looked different, or they fail to carry or know how to use their map, compass, GPS devices, and other essential equipment. Whenever you go on a jaunt outdoors, if you tell a friend where you're going and when you plan to return home, the friend can call searchers and tell them when and where to start looking for you. If you do have to spend the night in the woods, Major Thomas Hall of the Civil Air Patrol in Hazleton advises moving toward a clearing where you're more visible from the air and try to make yourself more comfortable. You can build a shelter from pine boughs and leaves. Hall tucks a garbage bag into his pack, and he said it keeps him warmer or drier in a storm. I throw in a survival kit in my pack. The tin can will boil water or melt snow when placed on a fire, which my matches and lighter help to start. The compass can keep me from walking in a circle. A whistle saves my voice if I'm calling for help. I have some fish hooks and line that at least give me a chance of catching my dinner, and foil to cook the fish on if I'm that lucky. Always have a trusty scout knife, and there's a space blanket which can form a sleeping bag or a tent, and it's shiny enough that searchers can spot it from the air.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
The first light on this menorah will be lit tonight on the lawn of Hazleton City Hall. It's going to be a cold first night of Hanukkah. Here's our local weather forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight we'll see a little bit of snow, accumulation of less than a ½ inch possible, 40% chance of precipitation, and very cold, mostly cloudy. Our low of 15 with the wind chill will feel like 0. Wind gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. On Wednesday, 30% chance of some snow showers, partly sunny. We'll have a high of 23 degrees, breezy, and wind gusts as high highs 32 miles per hour. Wednesday night, we have a 50% chance of snow showers. We'll have a low of 16 degrees. On Thursday, 20% chance of some snow showers, partly sunny, high of only 25. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, low of 14. 30% chance of snow showers Friday, mostly cloudy, highs in the mid-20s. Friday night, mostly cloudy, low of 17 degrees. Saturday, partly sunny, high of 29, and then at night, partly cloudy, we'll have a low of 19 degrees.
Hey guys, we want you to savor the flavor here at Frankie's. I'm in downtown Hazleton on Wyoming Street with Lauren Sacco, one of the owners, and we have some great opportunities for this holiday season, don't we?
Yes, this season, our theme is pretty much savor the flavor. We want you, when you're home and you're local, to be eating local, tasting local, and remember good things like chicken pastine that you grew up on all these years, and then you head away to college or you move out of town, and when you come back, we want you in here.
The nice thing is you can get all of your homemade goods here at Frankie's, and then you just take them out of the containers and you can just seal them like they're your own recipes.
Yes, you can. From cookie trays to cannoli trays to homemade biscotti. We do that whole dessert line. We also do meatballs by the tray, pasta by the tray. We can do your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dinner from start to finish. And if you'd like, you can take it out and retray it and do it as if you were doing it yourself.
Very good. Well, there you go. I just saved my mom some work. She could come here and get all of her goodies. So you actually also give a lot back to this community around the holiday season.
Yes, we have a couple things going on. We're actually doing Cold Hands, Warm Hearts for the Madden and Parlator family, and we're doing a toy drive for Gifts from Above with the Zabataki family on 15th Street with Iron Hog Custom Cycles. If you bring a toy or hats, gloves, coats, scarves in for that, you get a 20% off coupon to spend here at Frankie's, and you also get entered in for dinner for two for our Italian night.
I love it. So come on down to Frankie's. You've been around for 20 years?
We just celebrated 21 a couple days ago.
All right. See, I pay attention. And join us each week right here on SSPTV News. We'll have some specials brought to you by Frankie's Pizzeria.
Thanks, Janine. My mom buys cannoli by the dozen at Frankie's. Delicious. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pick 240, pick 3824, pick 42097, and pick 503376. The wild number is 7. We have a story on cheerleading and a lot of basketball to talk about when we come back with sports.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
The Hazleton Area High School varsity competition cheerleading squad is pretty consistent. I looked at the last time I got in touch with their coach, and it was this time last year, and I pretty much just copy and pasted the message. Congratulations on the District 2 championship. Can we come and do a story? To be honest, I think it was the same message as 2015 as well. Here's our John Eric Poli with the latest on the squad.
When the Hazleton area cheerleaders head out to a competition, they always have victory on their mind, especially since winning has been a common trend for the Lady Cougars. Earlier this month, the Big HA won yet another PIAA District 2 championship, making it 5 years in a row that the Lady Cougars have claimed District Gold.
It was honestly amazing. It was the 4th time I was experienced that experience, and it feels great to show the returners or people that have moved on that we could still win the title.
For some of the girls on the team, they have now won a district championship every year during their high school careers, but this season things were a little different. The team brought in a choreographer from the Universal Cheerleading Association, and since Hazleton area has some serious talent, they upped the level of difficulty to their cheers in order to try to make some moves at the national level.
It is pretty difficult. It's crazy to think, though, that at the national level, this is what all the teams are doing, so we're really just trying to compete with them and make sure that we are doing things just as difficult as everyone else is. So it's a tough process to keep up with.
A lot of what the routine is based on is timing. In fact, check out these flips. The timing is flawless, which the team gives credit to all the drilling they've done in practice.
We drill and we drill until everything's perfect on time. I mean, every time it's not going to be perfect, but we get there eventually.
It's pretty difficult. We just run it over and over and over again until it's on. We try and give them cues in the music when they should be listening to certain words, when they should go, when they should be standing up. So getting the music and doing it with that really helps them.
Practice makes perfect, but for these group of girls, it's really how they tie everything together when the competition comes around.
What is it about these group of girls that makes them so successful every year?
They just are really good at coming together when it's time to get on the mat. Practices don't always go well. Sometimes they are really stressful between injuries and people not being able to get here. It becomes stressful, but when they get out on the mat of competition, they do such a great job coming together as a team and brushing that all aside.
The cheering Cougars still have some more competitions left this season as they look to keep on winning. After winning districts, the Lady Cougars will now head to regionals on December 10th, where they will look to go, fight, and win their way to nationals. The Lady Cougars placed 4th at regionals and have now qualified for the UCA National Championships this February in Orlando, Florida. But before heading to Florida, they will be competing next month at the PIAA State Championships in Hershey. Reporting for SSPTV Sports, I'm John Eric Poli.
Thanks a lot, John. And big news on the SSPTV Standard Speaker scoreboard on this Tuesday. Marion girls basketball coach Paul Bruto won his 700th game with a win over Lincoln Leadership Academy. And probably more important to him, his team moved to 3-0 on the season. Congratulations to Bruto, who's been in the profession for 38 years. Read Steve Stallone's article in the Standard Speaker today about Bruto, and Dave Seaman and I will talk more about Coach tomorrow on Dave Day. Dave was covering this game on Monday night, the Hazleton area boys season opener, and they won over Scranton Prep. Demir Faison led all Cougars with 19 points. We'll break down this game tomorrow as well. Tamaqua beat Nativity with Thad Zuber scoring 22 points. Back to girls basketball. It's going to be a fun season in the Schuylkill League. Monomoy area beat last year's single-A state champion Lebanon Catholic on the road. Madison Cavanis had 11 rebounds. Avery Jordan scored 32 points in North Schuylkill's win over Loyalsock. The MMI girls basketball program is just looking to get its footing in their first season back on the court after a year off. Emily Zoshin had 18 points for Weatherly in the win. And now we go back to boys basketball, where Tyler Fritz scored 20 points for Marion, but the Colts lost to Lehigh. That's sports for Tuesday.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's talk of the town. The Miller Keystone Blood Drive will be held on Thursday, December 14th from noon until 5 p.m. at the Lehigh Valley Hazleton Hospital at the first floor lobby conference room. If you would like to register for this event, please call 570-501-4249. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Edward Frank Barna of Whitehaven. Mass is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. at St. Mary's Byzantine Catholic Church in Freeland. Friends may call Wednesday from 8 to 9 a.m. at the McNulty Funeral Home in Freeland. Joan E. Donovan of Freeland. The Cattrall Petrilli Funeral Home in Freeland will announce the arrangements. Robert L. Fry Sr. of Hazleton. Service will be on Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. at Faith United Church of Christ. The Hazel Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. Rose M. Jadosh of Tamaqua. Mass is Wednesday at 11 a.m. at Saints Peter and Paul Roman Catholic Church in Tamaqua. Friends may call Wednesday from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. at the E. Franklin Griffiths Funeral Home in Tamaqua. Alfred L. Reimsechel of South Whitehall Township. Service is Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Trexler Funeral Home in Allentown. Friends may call Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. And Robert J. Sundra of Hazleton, who passed away on November 21st. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Jeffrey Judge of Sugarloaf Township. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
Top search word in 2017 according to Merriam-Webster, feminism. Very interesting. That's it for tonight. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.